You ever let a guy walk away and then wish more than anything that you could get him to come back? Hi, this is Mike Fiore, and in this short video, I'm going to show you how to use tiny little text messages sent from the cell phone you've got in your pocket or purse right now to get your ex-boyfriend to forgive you for everything you feel like you've done wrong, to forget once and for all about any other girl, and to do anything he has to wrap you in his arms again, begging for your forgiveness, fighting for your attention, and swearing up and down that getting back together is 100% his idea. In fact, even though this might sound impossible now, after you watch this video and do what it says, you'll be shocked at how quickly his attitude towards you changes, how he finds himself thinking about you, craving you, and even fantasizing about you all day long, how that horrible tightness, pain, and regret in your chest starts to fade away, how he calls you on the phone just to hear your voice, and finally, how he even begs you to get together to talk, flirts with you like he did when you first met, gives you all of his attention, and does everything he can to make you his again, and to make sure you never get away from him again. I'm going to teach you exactly what to do in just a moment. I shared a variation on this weird but shockingly effective boyfriend texting technique with Rachel Ray when I appeared on her nationally syndicated television show, and she said it gave her chills. But first, we need to talk about the tiny mistake you made without even knowing it that could keep you and your boyfriend from ever getting back together again. If you're like most women, your relationship and breakup probably followed a variation of this really depressing timeline. You broke up and told each other you were going to be friends, that you were still going to be close, and still were going to love each other in some way. But I think if you admit it, you'll realize you're not really friends at all now. All your friends and your family are probably telling you to give up and to move on, telling you things like there are other fish in the sea and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But while you're being miserable by yourself and going crazy wanting him, he's off with that cute girl from the office who you never liked in the first place. And ever since the breakup, you felt this crazy, overwhelming, obsessive desire for him. You've left long, rambling messages on his voicemail, saying all the things you think you should have said when you were together. You've texted him like crazy and felt like you were going to pull your hair out when he wouldn't text you back. You've apologized, begged, pleaded. You've asked his friends about him and freaked out at the idea of him seeing someone else. And you've done everything you could think of to try to get the relationship you had with him back. And no matter what you've done, what you said, how hard you apologized, how much you told him he was right or promised to change, it's been like ramming your head again and again into a brick wall. And I bet you're wondering, like so many women have before you, why? Why is it that the man who used to look at you with so much love and desire when you first got together won't even give you the time of day now? Why does he ignore you? Why doesn't he love you anymore when you can't stop thinking about him? And what can you do to heal that massive rift between you and finally convince him to give you another chance? To look at you again, touch you again, talk to you again, make you feel the way only he can make you feel? To answer that question, I need to reveal a few simple truths about the way relationships really work and about the way a man's romantic mind works that no one has ever told you before, and show you how to penetrate the wall he's put around his heart and hotwire his desire and love for you in a weird but staggeringly effective way, even if he swears he doesn't have any feelings for you now. First things first. Fact. The relationship you had with your boyfriend is dead, and it's never coming back. Okay, I know that sounds harsh, but it's actually pretty cool. Let me explain. If you're like most women, ever since you and your ex broke up, you've been doing everything you could to turn back the clock and get the relationship you had back. But honestly, trying to get your boyfriend back is like trying to perform emergency CPR on a corpse. Usually, it's just a big waste of time, and even when it works, it doesn't last. A few extra breaths at best, or you might become one of those couples who are constantly breaking up and getting back together and driving each other nuts. After helping women around the world, appearing on national television and radio, being interviewed by Time magazine, and going through some nasty breakups of my own, I once got dumped over email, I can tell you The moment you broke up, the relationship you and your boyfriend had was over forever. And as hard as it is to believe right now, that's actually a good thing. The fact is, if you handle it right, your old relationship ending isn't a tragedy. It's a huge opportunity to hit the reset button, create a more powerful love, and do things right. A way for you to move past all the pain and anger and create a devoted, passionate relationship that's stronger than ever, stronger than anyone thought it could be. After all, you and your boyfriend broke up for a reason, or maybe a lot of little reasons that just added up. And if you just try to get him back without addressing the reasons things ended deep in his mind at a true and primal level, you're doomed to end up right back where you are now. Alone, miserable, and desperate to see him and feel him again, while he moves on to find a girl who can satisfy his deep primal needs. That's the bad news. The good news is that even though you can't have your old relationship back, and you really don't want it anyway, you can use the simple methods I'm about to reveal to create a new and better relationship with him from day one.